Good Tuesday evening. It's September 8th, 2025. A frost advisory in place tonight for parts of central and interior Newfoundland. On top of that, St. John's may get its 80th day above 20 degrees tomorrow. We'll talk about that after I talk about two things. One, tonight's sponsor, which is Heat Pump Solutions, serving the Avalon and Burin Peninsulas. Visit heatpumpsolutions.ca for more. Two, this is not great. I know we need something here. I'm going to work on it. As Sheerr weather evolves, this whole thing will get better. And hopefully soon I'll have a really big screen to stand in front of to give you the forecast in a more traditional fashion. Although I think a lot of you might be kind of enjoying this newish way of doing it. But we're going to get a mix of both. Meanwhile, some things in the weather to talk about. One, this morning's sunrise was stunning. This was taken by Madeline Cody in Jean de Bay on the Burin Peninsula. Now, if you want to know where Jean de Bay is on the Burin Peninsula, I'm your man. All right? So let's check it out. So here's a map of eastern Newfoundland. We zoom all the way into the Burin Peninsula. So on the eastern side of the Boot, western side of Placentia Bay, this beautiful little cove that I must get to and see with my own two eyes someday. And it's not too far from St. Lawrence and Marystown, just up the road a little bit. So if you're ever in the area, go check it out. Beautiful sunrise there. Maybe they make beautiful sunrises there. That's all dependent on cloud cover and likely the time of year. All right, satellite radar picture right now showing that we are looking at the cloud cover trying to ease off over eastern areas of Newfoundland. As I draw the back edge of the cloud here, this is the back edge of the kind of more stubborn cloud. What's back in this area here is a bit more like broken. And as we look at the webcam image, and this is really the loop from the Royal Newfoundland Yacht Club going back to this morning, it shows that really well. So there's the cloud cover. You can see it's very dense until about 2:30, 3 o'clock. And then, I don't think anyone's surprised, CBS began to break out into the sunshine, as CBS often does. Highway cams right now from Paddy's Pond to Burgeo to Gander to Corner Brook showing generally a mix of clear sky out there and a few clouds. Now the clear skies are going to set the stage for a potentially cool overnight. It's 19 degrees in Badger right now. It's 19 degrees in Millertown, 19 Terranova National Park. Don't see any area right now at 20. And this is just before 3:30 in the afternoon. St. John's is well below 20 right now at 17 degrees. But it is going to turn cooler overnight. There are the lows. 4 degrees in Buckins overnight, 6 in Grand Falls, Windsor, 10 in Bonavista, 9 in St. John's, and 8 degrees in St. Anthony. Now we take a bit of a closer look. 5 in Grand Falls, Windsor overnight, 6 in Bishops, Millertown, there's no S, Miller, not Millerstown, Millertown, the Millers, like those moths, falls to 4, pardon me. Some low-lying areas like Deer Lake and Badger often come to mind on nights like this when there is that frost potential, and there is a frost potential overnight. In fact, Environment and Climate Change Canada saying there is enough of a risk that a frost advisory is in effect tonight for Green Bay, White Bay, Grand Falls, Windsor, and vicinity, Deer Lake, Humber Valley, and Buckins in the interior, where lows are going to be between 0 and 5. Now remember, temperatures don't necessarily have to get to 0 for frost to form, at least where they're observed, because temperatures are observed at 2 meters, or roughly 6 feet. So you can get a temperature of 1 or 2 degrees where the temperature is measured, and on the ground it could be colder, and you could get some frost. If we are going to see that frost, the biggest risk of that happening looks to be roughly between 5 and 7 a.m. in Badger, and probably similar for other low-lying areas, and same thing in the Deer Lake area. So certainly keep that in mind if you have any plants that are sensitive to essentially the chilly weather, although I guess we're kind of approaching the end of the growing season, if you will. Now, even with that cool start tomorrow, we're going to get a decent recovery by midday, temperatures into the teens, so no issues there with temperatures recovering. And then as we go throughout the rest of the day tomorrow, temperatures will get to 17 or 18 degrees for much of central and northeastern Newfoundland. And I know this map here showed St. John's only getting to 16 or 17 tomorrow, but this is showing 20, So this is a different computer model. I'm using two different models for those. This one shows 20, and this is probably more reflective of the actual temperature that we will see tomorrow. And if that's the case, if that is the case, my friends, tomorrow would be our 80th day with a high of at least 20 in St. John's, which would make it the most 20-degree days on record at St. John's International Airport since records have been kept there going back to 1942. So something to watch, kind of a record watch, if you will, if I want to sensationalize that just a tad. Into Labrador overnight, temperatures dipping into the 6 to 8 degree range, some showers in the west, more showers in the west tomorrow, and those will begin to spread their way to the east tomorrow night and on Thursday. And it also looks like parts of Newfoundland are going to see some rain on Thursday. So Wednesday on the island, one of the rare cloudless days. In Labrador, a few showers in the west, maybe even some thunder showers as well, as an area of low pressure begins to work its way in. That low is going to begin to merge with another low southeast of Newfoundland on Thursday, and that looks like it is going to bring some rain to southern and eastern Newfoundland during the second half of Thursday into Thursday night, and it could be quite heavy. So that's not a bad thing. We could use some rain, and that looks like it winds down Friday morning, although Friday looks like we are going to continue to see a little bit of the shower activity persisting on the island. And before I move on to my next graphic, I want to show you this. We'll zoom in. Look at this. Would you look at that? Some snow showing up along the Trans-Labrador Highway to the southeast of Goose Bay Friday morning. So I'll see if that actually transpires. Food for thought. It's that time of year. Rainfall-wise, nothing tomorrow. We are going to see some, it looks like, Thursday night into Friday, and right now forecast for southern eastern Newfoundland is 10 to 20 millimeters. Parts of the lower north shore of Quebec and southeast Labrador also going to see a good deal of rain. It looks like between later tomorrow and Thursday, but for most areas along and near the coast, or the TLH, looks like 10 to 20 millimeters is in the forecast. Now, with the low coming in, we are going to see a bit of a cool down for eastern Newfoundland this weekend, but even though it's going to be cool, weather still looks pretty good both Saturday and Sunday. If you want the forecast for your area for the weekend, be sure to check out the Sheerr Weather app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. If you can't find it, SHEERR, weather, all you got to search is those two things. You can go to the website, sheerweather.ca. I'll get a QR code up on here shortly as well. But not today, obviously. And you can find the app that way. Like over 60,000 of you have downloaded the app so far. So thank you. Keep them coming. And that's my way to get to you and keep you updated on the latest information. The app also sends you weather alerts, alerts for lightning or heavy precipitation. It does give you precipitation amounts in the 7-day panel. Same thing for the UV index. Anyway, lots of parameters in the app. And that will become a lot more useful, including that live radar, as we get into fall and winter, especially watching the snow and those snow squalls, as we're not far from talking about that as we are now into September. Anyway, have a very good Tuesday evening. My next update, as always, will be early tomorrow morning. Take care.